Next, we'll have Matt Chan, who is the mentor for VersaFleet, to introduce VersaFleet. Matt?
Okay. Hello, everyone. This is Matt Chan, SAP Industry 4.0 Go-to-Market Lead based in Singapore. So most of people are aware Industry 4.0 from Germany since 2013, right? So within these 7 years, I believe there are lots of big change about Industry 4.0 scope. So it includes not only manufacturing, but also logistic and assets. So today, I would like to introduce VersaFleet, who provides the best of breed logistics solution, especially for FMCG and the retail industry, and to help the customer to extend the transportation business process from S4HANA to last mile. So it is so critical right now at this moment due to the COVID-19 and due to the limited logistic capacity. So with that, I would like to introduce Shamir, the CEO from VersaFleet, to give a quick overview about VersaFleet solution. Shamir, over to you.
Thank you so much, Matt. Can I just check my mic? Is it working?
Yeah.
Great. Cool. So hi, my name is Shamir from VersaFleet. So we've built a transport management system specifically to automate the last mile of logistics operations. So today, VersaFleet serves more than 150 companies across industry verticals, especially in FMCG, such as J&J, Nespresso, and Cara, CPG, such as Philips and Canon, as well as retailer brands, such as Watsons. What is the problem that we are solving? It is the fact that the last mile is the weakest link in any supply chain worldwide. More than half of shipping costs are sunk in this last mile, yet brands have no visibility or data here. Why is this the case? Very simple. Most brand owners have digitalized the first mile, which is how they produce the goods, the middle mile, which is a port-to-port movement, whether by air, land, or sea. But that last mile is typically outsourced to either third-party logistics providers or directly to small business transporters. And what is it like in this last mile? Chaos. Every day is just firefighting, and they have hundreds of phone calls basically asking the same question: where are my items? They have no proof of delivery, or even if there is, it might take months to come back in that 4-ply hard copy. And that means the brands cannot invoice, so they have long cash-to-cash cycles. So as our panelists and speakers have mentioned, this often results in stockouts at retail stores, not just limited to toilet paper. And all these unhappy customers only lead to a poor brand image. So what we have solved here is essentially a command center for this last mile. With VersaFleet, you can automatically manage all the deliveries from one location. You can review all your transporters' route plans in real time as they are happening, and you get a full digital trail of every single delivery. Now, how do we do this? Very simple. We make every driver a mobile app user of VersaFleet. So through this, instead of a paper hard copy run sheet, the drivers can dynamically receive jobs as they are dispatched. So you can even re-dispatch them even if they have left the warehouse. They can take multiple photos, including pictures of the hard copy as a scanner, and they can do PIN verification and e-sign, and I'll show you all of this in a bit. Every action that they take, including the date time stamp, has a data point, and you automatically create an electronic proof of delivery, so there's no more cases of missing or late PODs. So of course, for the recipients, they can self-serve, so they don't have to call the operator hundreds of times just asking the same question. And they can even track the order just as if they were to track their fast food delivery. Yeah. So this is a huge market, evidently. So on the left here is the size of the market as supply chain products such as S4HANA with EWM and TM embedded creates. What we are doing with VersaFleet is we are extending those functionalities to essentially double the market size. And a typical deal will typically look like 2/3 as monthly recurring revenue. So this is a purely SaaS model. And 1/3 of it is in professional services, understanding how the customers have constraints and incorporating it. So this is ideally delivered by system integrators, and I'll highlight this in a bit. So this is how the integration looks like. So I'll illustrate this in an actual video to show this. So we typically start in a S4HANA GUI. So there'll be a lot of sales orders there. And here we are creating outbound deliveries. So from here, we have to create a picking list. So from there, the person at the warehouse, the pick and packer, will have to pick all those items. So once that is done, you actually have to now post the goods issue, right? So once you post the goods issue, right, this will create the POD step. So you can see the status will start as A, means it's just started, and immediately ports over to VersaFleet. So the first thing we do is we geocode it so the operator can now see the distribution density. And here we are showcasing the optimizer in action. So this allows the operator to plan with a minimal number of vehicles and drivers to achieve all the deliveries that are required. So you can see it only takes a few seconds to optimize, and every driver is colored in a different color to distinguish it. So zooming into one of the drivers, so this is the mobile app now. So again, all the drivers will have access to this very clean interface. They just swipe to make the action. And again, they can take unlimited photos. They can collect e-signatures and collect recipient verification as well. So in this case here, Chuck is checking the goods. And it turns out Chuck is actually a cat checking the box. And Chuck is satisfied with it. And the driver clicks delivered. So immediately in the command center, you can see the status changes to complete, right? And while all this is happening, the recipient can also track this item using a tracking link in real time. And of course, back to S4HANA, the POD status will change to C, complete. So we've actually gone ahead and done this integration in Indonesia. This was a few months ago. So Indo Agri, that makes and distributes a brand, Bimoni, a cooking oil brand, they're actually an S4HANA user with EWM. I think they believe in the call. Thanks guys for joining. So you can see here we have successfully gone live. There's a happy driver if you zoom in there. And they have actually achieved 100% proof of delivery rate. So indeed, they have achieved complete visibility over the last mile. Another very epic example in Malaysia is a huge retailer. They own more than 500 stores. So just before the movement control order kicked in, they implemented VersaFleet. And just in time, they are able to now restock twice more often than they used to, simply because it now takes only 10 minutes instead of 2 to 4 hours to plan. And more importantly, the split teams of operators can plan together in real time because they don't have to come to a room to plan on the whiteboard. So this article will actually be featured in Forbes and SAP News Center, so do look out for that soon. Another example very close to heart, in the fasting month recently, VersaFleet actually provided the critical tech support. We provided our control center to monitor and organize the timely distribution of 20,000 packets of food meals to healthcare workers. So I'm happy to report we've achieved almost 100% rate of delivery in full and on time. So in a new COVID reality, as often been mentioned today, it could be that shippers and brand owners might be held accountable to ensure safe distancing in the last mile. And how will you achieve that? You have to use TMS technology, right? So to get started, we're actually going to be listed in the App Center soon. So to all the system integrators out there and supply chain directors and decision makers, we look forward to digitalizing your supply chain and look forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much. Over to you.